Okay, hi guys, this is your notes for 16.3 volume of cones. The notes are pretty short, so it should only be one or two sections that you actually have to look at. So what we're going to be looking at is just the volume of a cone. We've done prisms and we've done pyramids. So now we're going to look into a cone. So you can mark off this entire page. Turn to the next page and mark it off. Okay, we don't have to do the investigation. Okay, I just need you to be able to apply the formula and not actually figure out where it came from. Okay, in this page, you're going to mark off this portion right here. Okay, so the main thing we're going to be looking at the bottom of this page is our formula that they give us down here. Okay, we've got volume equals 1/3 base times height. Okay, or 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay, it's pi r squared because you know the bottom of a cone is a circle. Okay, so that base is a circle, so that's where our pi r squared comes from. And then we've got our height. So we've got your height and your pi r squared. Okay, so that's the main things you need off of that page. Then you can go ahead and turn to the next page, and we've got a couple problems we're going to look at. So the figure represents a conical cup. So these are like the ones that you're going to get for like a water fountain. It says, how many fluid ounces can the liquid hold? So round to the nearest tenth. Okay, it says inches cubed equals 0.554 ounces. Okay, so it's going to be like last time where we have to find the volume, then we have to convert it. So first they've got find the radius, okay, because we need radius for pi r squared. So our whole diameter is 2.2. So we take half of that, and this is our radius. Then we're going to put that in to find the height. Okay, so we only know this slant height right here. That's the 1.8. So we have to use Pythagorean theorem, okay, in order to find our actual height. So we've got our A, our B, which is our 1.1, and our C, which is our 1.8. Okay, so they've gone through, put it in Pythagorean theorem, figured out what our height is, about 1.42 inches. Now we have everything to put into our formula. So 1/3 pi r squared, our r was 1.1. And then our height was 1.42. Okay, when we multiply that all together, we get about 1.8. Now that's our volume in inches squared, but I don't want it in inches squared, I want it in ounces. So I'm going to take my conversion factor that they gave me at the top, and I'm going to put it in to convert it from inches cubed into my conversion. So I've got my 1.8, so that's where we're going to start at, 1.8 inches cubed. Inches and inches have to match top and bottom so that they will end up canceling out. I multiply across the top, divide by the bottom, and I end up getting 0.9972 ounces. Now it says round to the nearest tenth. So when I actually round to the nearest tenth, that's going to bump that up to about 1.0 ounces. Okay, so there's your first example. Okay, now we're going to do one more example before we go into part 2. So this one says, Cindy buys a frozen yogurt cone. Her friend Maria calls her and they talk so long that the yogurt cone melts. Okay, so it says, how much frozen yogurt did Cindy have when she talked to Maria to the nearest tenth of a fluid ounce? So first we have to find the radius. Okay, so we've got our radius. It's just going to be our 2.4 divided by 2, and that gives us our 1.2, which that's our radius. Okay, now we have to use that 1.2 to figure out our Pythagorean theorem. So we've got our right triangle, just like we did in the last one. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, we've got our A squared that's missing. You could have also had B squared missing. Our 1.2 is our other one, and our C is our 3.9. Okay, when I go through and I solve that, I'm going to come up with a height of 3.7. Okay? So now I have all of my pieces in order to find my volume. So my volume formula, remember, is 1/3 pi r squared times height. Okay, so 1/3 times pi times my r squared times my height, which is 3.7. And I get roughly 5.6 inches cubed. Okay, so that is my volume in cubic inches. Now it doesn't want it in cubic inches, it wants it in fluid ounces. So we're going to use our same conversion that we used in the top one to go through and convert it.